I see a shadow figure, head peeking around the corner like this.
Ew. Could you
Just
see
looking
a
at
face
me.
on it?
Han Meditations.
A jinn has interacted with me before.
Whoa.
Yeah. And I didn't know it. But growing up, there was, usually it would mess with my sister, and I never knew. We thought it was maybe a ghost. And that's another interesting thing, because I've always, like, I guess kind of believed in ghosts, but there was something that just was a little off about it to me. I'm like, a ghost though? I don't know. Now I do believe souls
It didn't
can get
feel
trapped.
like human.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, yeah, things definitely happen, and people go in creepy places and hear noises and things move and all this stuff. But a ghost, I wasn't sure. But once I start learning about these jinns, things make a little more sense to me. So anyway, this jinn would mess with her, and sometimes she would hear it. Sometimes they would do ghostly like things, flick lights, slam doors. Even it happened to my dad a couple times. I remember one time when I was young,
Your dad doesn't believe in that stuff.
No,
that's crazy.
way.
So if he saw it,
he heard like some door slamming or something. One time I was younger, I was playing on the steps, and like there was just a shoe just sitting on the steps a couple above me, and then all of nowhere it just boom boom and went down a couple steps out of nowhere. But the craziest thing that happened probably about 10 years ago, in my sister's room where most of the activity would happen, she went downstairs. I was up there with our cousin and her best friend, and then all of a sudden we heard like running up the steps.
No.
And then the lights went out. The door slammed.
You never told me all that. You told me, but you didn't say the lights went out too.
I remember it getting dark. It got dark.
Whoa, dude.
So we thought my little sister was messing with us. Like, we were really calling out like, Lizzie, okay, come on, stop. Like, it's cool now. And then all of a sudden she came up, opened the door, and was like, what happened? And it was so crazy. And I actually forgot about it for a while. But it came back up because I did a QHHT session on that sister that we talk about past life regressions. And at the end, you bring out your own subconscious and can ask it anything because it's your higher mind.
So what did it say?
And it said that little creature, it called it a nymph. It said that was a little nymph. It was attracted to her childlike energy. It's mischievous. It likes to play pranks and tricks. It thinks it's funny. But it went away because she, put out the energy that she didn't want anything to do with it. So it went away. But that's why I was originally attracted to essentially her energy. And so now we learned about jinns, and I'm like, okay, that's literally what that is.
That's why you have to stay on a high vibratory plane and be with God, because once you're on that level, you will be protected. I promise you, you will. Mm-hmm. And I'll share one of my stories that I had with a serious jinn. Now, this is when I was in high school. This was over 10 years ago. I'm in high school. I would get up for football practice early, about 4 a.m. Probably about 5 a.m. because we would get a workout before school. So it's like nighttime outside. And during this time, I was looking up a lot of conspiracies online. I was looking up a lot of crazy stuff online, just really dipping my toes into, different facets whenever I'm having my first phase of enlightenment and growth and just trying to learn. And a lot of people can go down that rabbit hole in a bad way. And so I started looking up creepy stuff, weird stuff, real bad stuff, that videos that people would send me. Next thing you know, I start hearing like creaking doors going, and in my house is really weird, kind of scary kind of stuff. And then one day I walked downstairs. My dad was it was only me, my dad and I in the house. He's supposed to be taking me to practice. I walk downstairs. I see a shadow figure, head peeking around the corner like this.
Ew. Could you see a face on it?
It was, I could tell it was a face and a head, but there was like no nose or anything. It looked like someone was peeking their head around the corner. And I thought it was my dad. I'm like, what's up? I was like, Dad, are you up? And I rubbed my eyes like this, looked at it again. I could still see it clearly. So I started walking up to it. I walked through it. And I was like, what? And then I went in my dad's room. He was in the bed sleeping. And chills went down my body like I've never felt before. And it was one of the weirdest, craziest experiences I've ever had. And to this day, I didn't know what it was until I watched that video. Now I believe that was one of the jinn that they said, the third type, it comes and it goes. You understand? So, guys, this is serious when we're learning all this information. That's why we love to learn it. It's so fun. People don't understand about Islam and how fun it is to actually learn and experience it, because once you start learning this real truth inside, what?
But did you see another creature right after that? Remember?
Yeah, after that, it wasn't a creature, but after that, when we're going into the car, I saw a white fox, all white fox. And
you don't see that around
here.
here.
And it was very misty in the area too.
That was like a protector.
So it was like crazy. Yes, I believe that was a positive protector entity manifestation. But yeah, that was just a crazy experience. But like I said, it's fun learning about this stuff, because then you can identify, oh, this happened to me one time. That's what that was. And I love identifying it and learning about it as much as possible. So thank you guys for recommending this. And we love you guys so much. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. A lot of people aren't subscribed. Just hit the subscribe button. We're not asking you to do anything. Of course, you can donate if you want. The link's in the description, but you don't have to. All you have to do is comment, subscribe, and hit the like button, because your support means everything to us, guys. We're working hard. We're really just trying to spread the word of God and give people an opportunity to learn, because we didn't know this information. And now that we do, we really want to spread it as much as we can.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.